Okay, so another important calculation for economists, specifically for businesses, is income elasticity of demand. Okay, so this is how elastic, how responsive demand is to a change in income. Here we have the similar calculation. You've got percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in income. So if income changes by 10%, how much will the quantity demanded change by? Maybe with cars you could find that it goes up by 20%. So this number would be 2 in that case. Or maybe it only goes up by 5%. So this number would become half. Now, this we can say if it's greater than 1, demand is income elastic. So demand is very responsive and goes far greater than the income change. If it's less than 1, it is income inelastic. So it responds less. Demand is less responsive to changes in income, a little bit less. So looking at the classification of goods which this number indicates, okay, so economists can classify goods in certain categories, and this number will indicate what categories they belong to. So you've got a normal good. This is when demand increases as income increases. We know if we've got more money, we can spend more. So demand goes up as income goes up. So this number can be positive or negative. That's not relevant in PED, but in this case, you know, if change in quantity demand goes up, or if change in price in income goes up, often change in quantity demand goes up too. So they're both positive, and that's a normal good. That's what normally happens, isn't it? But an inferior good, the opposite happens. One is negative. So often maybe the income increases and demand decreases. Here we can see cheap food, for example. In a crisis, people's money is going down. Often they buy cheaper food, and when their money goes up again, they buy less cheap food. Same with cigarettes. It's considered an inferior good. It has an inverted relationship with demand. So its YED is a negative. Necessity good is a type of normal good. It's considered a normal good, so it's a category of this first category. But demand changes very little. Here we can say demand is not elastic. It's inelastic because it changes very little, and then YED is less than 1. It's nearer the 0. The more of a necessity it is, the closer it will be to 0. So it's between 0 and 1. On the other hand, if it's a luxury good or superior good, you could say, it's a positive YED. It's considered a normal good, but it's greater than 1. So really, if our income changes, it goes up 10%, people will buy even more. So it's very elastic. The demand is very elastic. And for example, some examples, jewellery, designer clothes, first class travel, those types of things. Remember, our disposable income will go up, and that will have a big effect on demand. We can see the demand curves in a graphic like this. We've got income here, quantity demanded. With the inferior good, we've got the inverted relationship. Normal goods we can see as having a proportionate relationship. Necessities is more vertical, whereas luxury goods would be more, in fact luxury goods aren't on there, but they're a part of normal goods. Okay.